Every journey begins with a single decision. One bag, one step, and a curiosity to see the world on your own terms.
Alright guys, my solo trip to Amsterdam has started, and talking honestly, I'm feeling both nervous and excited. Let's see what happens.
I set out with no rigid plans, only the desire to explore, to move at my own pace, and to experience each city fully alone. This wasn't about checking box, it was about seeing life unfold and seeing myself within it. Amsterdam, the city welcomed me with its gentle rhythm.
And it's been a couple of hours traveling to Amsterdam, and honestly, there's nothing like getting bored. Every street feels like coming straight out of a movie.
Canals reflecting pastel buildings, bicycles waving through streets, and cafes humming softly with life.
So currently I'm in Zandaam and I'm enjoying the view of the Zandaam city, and talking really, it's such a beautiful place where the houses don't even look like houses. They look like the Lego house stacked in one place. And after some time I will be going to the Zaanse Mill area, which is beautiful.
In just half a day, I felt the city pulse, calm, vibrant and intimate. A short ride brought me to Zandaam and Zaanse Schans.
So I just reached Zaanse Schans windmill areas, and just look at this view. It's such beautiful, stunning view. It's a little bit windy today, but we can smell the smell of waffles, and I'm going to have some. And with the fresh smell of waffle around, I'm having one waffle, I'm testing it.
Iconic windmills, quaint streets, and the scent of tradition in the air. It was a morning of wonder, a glimpse into centuries of Dutch heritage. After returning to Amsterdam, I wandered through the city's narrow streets and crossed countless bridges, each one framing the canals like a painting. I took a canal cruise, something simple but unforgettable. As we drifted through the waterways, the guide shared stories of Amsterdam past, its golden age merchants, its historic facades, and the resilience that shaped the city into what it is today. Floating past centuries-old architecture, I felt connected to a history far larger than myself. Before leaving the city, I visited Dam Square, the heart of Amsterdam. Tourists, local, street performers, trams crossing from every direction. It was alive in every sense. As night fell, the city transformed. Cafes lit up, music spilled into the streets, and Amsterdam's nightlife revealed a more vibrant, electric side. As the night bus carried me to Paris, the city's blood passed my window. In those hours of quiet, I thought about the journey ahead.
Guys, I'm in Paris now. So no edit, no filters, and look at this. It's so mesmerizing. Paris is something else. It's totally different than other place.
A new city, new streets, new stories waiting. Paris is a city layered with history and art.
So guys, I'm here in front of Eiffel Tower now, and it's about midnight. And the tower, the color of the tower is beautiful. The vibe around here is beautiful. Everyone are cheering the moment. The couples are kissing around, and like the view is really beautiful. And I'm enjoying as well.
At night, beneath the Eiffel Tower's sparkling lights, I understood why this city captivates so many hearts. My morning in Paris began quietly. A simple hostel breakfast, and then a train ride to Montmartre. The climb through its steep streets felt like walking through an artist's sketchbook. Cafes, stairways, musicians, and painters capturing moments one brushstroke at a time. At the top, the Scarecrow Basilica opened up to the entire city. Paris stretched endlessly beneath me, rooftops glowing in the morning light, the scene cutting through the city like a silver ribbon. It was the kind of view that makes you pause and breathe. From Montmartre, I made my way to the Louvre, a place where history lives in the air. Inside, every hallway feels like a story waiting to be remembered.
So I'm here inside the Louvre Museum, and every corner of it seems like art, history and culture. And honestly, talking about the space, it's really beautiful and stunning, and it's one of the most popular museum around the world as well. And we can find the Mona Lisa painting inside this Louvre Museum as well. So I'm going to look around here, and it's just really beautiful place, and I'll say we need to visit it once in our life.
Paintings, centuries old, sculptures that survived empires, and the Mona Lisa, small, mysterious, and surrounded by people from every corner of the world. It was overwhelming in the best possible way. In the afternoon, I headed toward the Eiffel Tower, this time to Trocadero. The view from there was wide, cinematic, and dramatic. When the tower sparkled, the entire square lit up with applause and cheers. It didn't matter that I was alone, the moment felt complete. Not far from Trocadero stands the Arc de Triomphe, grand, powerful, and almost unreal in scale. Standing beneath it makes you feel small, but in a strangely inspiring way. As evening settled in, I traveled to the Palace of Versailles. By the time I arrived, the sun had already spilled away. The place stood silent in the dark, a massive silhouette against the night sky. I couldn't explore the gardens, but even seeing Versailles at dusk carried its own kind of magic. Not every travel moment is perfect, but each one becomes a memory. Before ending my day, I visited the Notre Dame Cathedral. Even partially under restoration, it feels sacred. The kind of place where your voice drops without you noticing. From there, I walked to the Paris del Hotel de Ville, where the lights of Paris reflected off the square and musicians played to the passing crowds. It was peaceful, beautiful end to a long day in the city. I returned to my hostel that night, exhausted but full of moments, sounds, views and feelings I didn't want to forget. The next morning, I boarded the high-speed train to Marseille. As Paris faded behind me, the landscape changed, turning warmer, quieter and brighter. The south of France was waiting. By early afternoon, my train pulled into Marseille. The sun warmer, the air saltier, and the city carrying a rhythm completely different from Paris.
So this is Marseille, the sea, the sound, and the life here. It is the perfect ending of this trip.
My first stop was the Vieux Port, the old harbour that has welcomed travelers for more than 2000 years. Boats swayed gently in the water, fishermen shouted across the docks, and the streets around the port buzzed with cafes, markets, and everyday life. A boat to one of the nearby islands, a quiet escape surrounded by blue water and rocky coastlines. The ocean felt endless, the wind colder, the sound softer. Standing there, away from the crowds, I felt a kind of stillness that only island seemed to hold. As the sun began to set, I made my way to beaches. The sky turned gold, then pink, then deep blue. Waves rolled in quietly, and the city lights slowly began to glow behind me. Even though it was already evening, there was something peaceful, almost healing, about being by the water at night. Walking back through the port city at night felt like drifting through a completely different world. Restaurants filled with laughter, boats illuminated by soft lights, music floating across the harbor. It was simple, calm, and exactly the ending my journey needed. As my plane lifted off from Marseille, I looked down at the coastline, the same waters that had carried ancient ships, travelers, and dreamers for centuries. And somewhere between the city lights below and the open sky ahead, I realized something simple. This trip wasn't just about places, it was about growth, about trusting myself, about learning to be alone without feeling lonely. Amsterdam taught me calm, Paris taught me beauty, Marseille taught me peace, and now, as I fly home, I'm carrying all of it with me. Every step, every view, every quiet moment that changed me in ways I didn't expect. The truth is, you don't come back from a slow trip as the same person. You return a little lighter, a little braver, and a little more yourself. Thank you for watching.